Hello, warm welcome to my channel, Dr. Surisha's Management Lectures. In this video, we'll try to see how to overcome the productivity guilt. In the previous video, we have understood a lot about productivity guilt and how that feeling of being unproductive all the time brings us down, puts us down. Okay, and that productivity guilt is that constant nagging feeling of being or of doing more and more in spite of you being productive to a reasonable extent. If you still have that nagging feeling that you are not productive, that you are not up to the mark, you are not creating more, you are not achieving more, you are not doing more, that constant nagging feeling of more, that is called productivity guilt, and that can really be toxic. It leads to workaholism. It can be very toxic and it can be very taxing on your mental health. So don't fall prey to that productivity guilt. It's okay to take a break. Remember this. It's okay. There will be certain bad days. There will be certain, bad mood. We are all humans, basically, in the first place. And it is very human to not feeling like working, not feeling like doing something extra. Okay, it's okay. Don't fall prey to this productivity guilt. Try to overcome it, because if you really fall into that trap of productivity guilt, it can be really taxing, as I said, and it can be really toxic also. It can hurt you personally, your family relations, your professional life also. Okay, at workplace also your productivity levels will drastically fall if you fall prey to this productivity guilt. That is what this can do to you. So don't allow it to override you. And what can you do to overcome that productivity guilt means you have to manage time realistically. Okay, do not try to overdo things, do not try to overestimate your capabilities, or do not underestimate the time a particular task will take. Be realistic. Do not overestimate, do not underestimate either yourself or the task at hand. Okay, be realistic. And for that, what great leaders like Elon Musk and Bill Gates, they have went on record saying that they practice time blocking. They practice this time blocking. They divide their time into small blocks, and they prioritize. They divide their day or their time into blocks. They prioritize their activities or their tasks. They clearly know what has to be prioritized, what has to be on top of their to-do list, and what can be done later. They have very clear-cut priorities. You too try to divide your entire day into blocks, like the morning hour or the afternoon, the evening, based on your own way of life, based on your own way of thinking process. Because we all have different priorities or different ways of working out, different productive hours. Okay, so based on your own productive time, or that the time where your productivity you feel is at peak, you try to prioritize divide that time of yours into small blocks and prioritize your tasks. Try to perform the most important tasks on the at the time where you think are more productive. Okay, and you take time intervals also. You fix a time interval. You set time bound tasks or goals. Do not prolong them forever. Reasonably, realistically, you set time bound tasks. Okay, and have a time block for rest and relaxation also. Okay, realize the importance of taking rest or taking a break and relaxing for yourself. Have time block for that also. Do not give your 24 hours to work. That is where you are not leading anywhere but to being unproductive. If you dedicate the maximum time of your day or of your life to work alone. So successful leaders, they have successfully followed this practice of blocking time. Okay, building time blocks and dividing the day into blocks and prioritizing and setting time bound uh, tasks for themselves or goals for themselves. Okay, accepting the imperfect, that is very very important, I say, because uh, you know being trying to be perfect all the time is something that itself is toxic. That perfectionism, there is nothing like perfect or being perfect or doing perfect. Okay, it's okay to deviate, it's okay to be unsuccessful, it's okay to not do certain things, certain days, certain time. It's okay being imperfect. Okay, do not stress or do not over stress yourself and in this myth, in this myth of being perfect. There is nothing like being perfect. What happened during COVID? Where did our perfectionism go? Where did our things, the so-called perfect things and perfect ways of doing things, where did they go? So that is how life is. Like, being imperfect is quite normal. That is how you have to, look at things. Small deviations are okay. Okay, do not live to the expectations of others. Do not compare with others all the time, constantly. Because you are a different person. You have a different pace of doing things, different style of doing things, which is unique to you. Follow that. Do not constantly compare yourself with others and do not always live by the expectations or standards set by others. Okay, that is where you can easily fall into this productivity guilt, constant comparison. Don't do that. I realize the importance of break or rest appointments. We always fix appointments, we try to keep up those appointments. You also try to fix appointment with a break, a small reasonable break, and stick to that appointment time. Do not prolong that again. Okay, but stick to that appointment of or appointment with a break or with a rest period. Okay, take a break, relax, rejuvenate, get back with complete effectiveness and productivity. Constantly 24/7 thinking about work, being at work, that is not going to add anything to your productivity. This is, just like acting busy, acting productive. And there is a big difference between being busy and actually being productive. So when you really take this break and stick to that break, again, here there is always a flip side to it. Don't go to the other side of it. Break for 10 minutes means 10 minutes break. Just sit and relax, talk on over a phone or do whatever you feel is relaxed, or sit silently, quietly, or watch something on your phone. It's okay, but limit that rest period only to the 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever time you fix for that. Then bounce back. Okay, that way you can really overcome that productivity guilt and redefine success based on process, not outcome. We always place lots and lots of importance on results and outcomes. We are unfortunately very quantitative. Okay, but Instead, if you place your focus, or if you shift your focus to the process of to the journey of being completing a task or being successful, that is more enjoyable. That makes your task or your journey or your work more enjoyable. If you place too much of focus on the end results, that is where you fall prey to this productivity guilt. But instead, if you place that due importance on the process of doing things, on the process of achieving success, that is where you actually enjoy your work. Okay, that is where you are not falling for this productivity guilt. You are enjoying your work. Okay, so place more importance on the journey or the process, not just on the end results. Okay, at the same time, learn something new or focus on your hobbies. They can really help you or help us rejuvenate, help us live for ourselves. Living life for ourselves for some time is completely okay. Everybody deserves that. No matter how big you are or no matter how normal you are, you deserve to have a life of your own. Okay, you can use some time purely for yourself, be it involving in self-care or be it learning a thing which you really love to do. Okay, being spending that time, qualitative time on hobbies which you really like. They cannot be, again, hobbies or learning new things cannot be great things or life-changing things. Small little things, they really make that difference. If you enjoy doing a small thing, do it. If you enjoy to cook a meal, that gives you that much needed break, that relaxes your mind. Okay, that rejuvenates you, that makes you or that stops you from being a workaholic, and that also helps you in being productive also. Okay, so remember, productivity should not become an obsession. There is a big difference between being productivity and being obsessed about something. Okay, learn that difference, identify that difference, appreciate that difference, and do not fall prey to this productivity guilt. Do not make productivity an obsession. Okay, thank you.